please move out. Don't sit. First two seats you must vacate. Go this side. Today's puja of Vishnu Maya, who was the sister of Sri Krishna, was not scheduled as such in an international pujas that we do. But they say for the love of God, when all the devotees assemble, God also has to break many rules. And that's how this puja has been accepted to be done. At least once it should be done, I think, was a good idea. By your love and your devotion, it was desired, and so this puja is going to be performed. It's just spontaneous that I happen to be in England at this time, because this puja, if ever had happened, would have happened in India. Because this is the puja of a deity, Vishnu Maya, the seed of which is not easy to plant in the Western countries. Now the whole Shakti programming has been done in such a way that we have Mother as the Shakti first, the primordial Mother. Then we have three Shaktis coming out of her, as you know, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. And then we have children from them, brothers and sisters. So before the power of what we call the wife or the spouse was created, it is the power of the sister is created. So as you know that Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha were born to these three Shaktis, and they all had sisters. And their sisters were married. Like Vishnu's sister is Parvati, and she was married to Shiva. It's very important to understand that these three types of powers always play on the chakras. And if you understand these three powers, how they play, then you will understand what is the importance of Vishnu Maya is. Vishnu Maya is the power of a sister in a family. So the female is the power and the male is the kinetic power, which asserts the powers of these three powers which surround him. So when the male power comes in, all these power become helpful, acting associates with that power. Now Vishnu Maya's power is very important to understand, because mother power is to protect your innocence, because that is the most important thing. To protect your innocence is the mother's power. Now Vishnu Maya's power is to protect your chastity. You don't understand sometimes what is chastity and what is innocence. Innocence is a power which is not acted upon. Like we have electricity in our house. The electricity exists, like innocence exists within us. But enactment of that is done through chastity. A person can say, I did this very innocently. No, he cannot. Because whatever you do, if it is innocent, cannot be harmful to your character, to your innocence, or to your righteousness. So those people who say like this, that I did it innocently, are wrong. Because innocently, if you do anything, it becomes chastity. So when innocence is practiced, it becomes chastity. You must have respect of your chastity. Chastity is the one which is Vishnu Maya's power within us. Gauri's power is the pure virgin. She doesn't marry. As you know that Vishnu Maya was created just after her birth, she was killed by Kamsa. Now to understand the significance of chastity within us, we have to know that chastity is the foundation of all dharmas. Unless and until you have sense of chastity, you cannot have dharma. Dharma is not possible because that's the foundation. It will be a house of cards. If you do not have the foundation of chastity, it will just collapse in no time. So it's a very important thing is chastity, which has been challenged in the West throughout. And that's why I'm saying it's difficult to sow the seed of chastity in this country. And that it should happen, there must be some divine plan. I think that it has happened, that this great puja should be performed here. It's not an easy puja to do. It's to be done by people who are innocent, done by people who have led a very religious life. Those who have been very chaste, have respected their chastity. But now as you are saints, before you, everything is pure and good. Because now you have leading a saintly life. That's why chastity has become awakened in you, and chastity works in you as Gauri, as your Kundalini. So, if you come to the essence of religious life, of righteous life, of Sahaja life, is chastity. You cannot diversify it. Now, this chastity gives you the maryadas, means delimits you. Why are you sitting here? Go further. It's better to be in front. You are not doing the puja. If you are doing the puja, then you sit here. Otherwise, better sit down. Better get my vibrations there, in front. Here, come now. So the chastity is the one that gives you maryadas, gives you the limits. How does it give you the limits? Like in the sky, it's the lightning. When the two clouds, who are like Sahajogis, we can say, came out of the sea, and pure water is there in those clouds, and they have to be poured out. When they come closer together and cross their limits of their ego, or fight with each other, or in any way clash, there is this chastity, this lightning that takes place. This lightning which says that you are wrong. Why are you fighting among yourself? Why are you crossing each other's ego? That's the sister's job. Yesterday we have had many sisters. Now the sister's job is not to take sides, but to show that if you cross your limits of your brotherliness, then there will be a lightning. Now this power of lightning is a part of the power of Sri Krishna, which he took it out from himself. That's why he became such a sweet uh, gentle incarnation. He took it out. He said, now you become my sister, and every time they try to misbehave, you better work it out. And that's how Sri Krishna became such a gentle and a very, as they call it, a romantic incarnation. Because he took out the sisterly part away and he worked it out. But she was always with him and she worked with him. Because the sister in the family has to see that the brothers don't fight, they are all looked after well, that they are not challenged by others, that she gives them the maryadas, how far to go. Now it's very important, very, very important for all of us to understand that Freud and all these nonsensical people brought forth the theories to challenge Vishnu Maya, so that we should have all kinds of funny relationships, which is an impossibility, is a wrong thing. Now, if there is any relationship like that between brothers and sisters, for 7 generations, the family suffers from terrible diseases. 7 generations. But if there's another like Freud style relationship, then 14 generations the family has to suffer. So the limiting forces of Vishnu Maya are such that your ego is controlled, your superego is controlled, your family is controlled, everybody is under control, under the guidance of this pure power of Vishnu Maya, which exists within all of us. And the saddest part is that in all the Western countries, Vishnu Maya is sick, absolutely sick. I mean, I have lost my hearing up to that point it has come on the left-hand side, because the sense of chastity is completely lacking. We have to forget about the people now who have no sense at all, but now we are Sahajogis. So coming to the right point, we have to say that many people have still some lingering funny ideas. Like, I have a good friendship with that gentleman, or I am very friendly with such and such gentleman, and all that. It's not a maryada then. You cannot have friendship between men and women. You cannot. It's absolutely absurd. In the West, the whole culture is funny. Because if you go to a dinner party, you are supposed to sit with somebody's husband on both the sides. Horrible. But in the East, it's not done. Because the Vishnu Maya is against these things. She will see to it that husband and wife sit together. Now, here, as you know, the chastity part is so much missing that our left Vishuddhis are catching. And when I talk about it, it catches more. Now, when you say you are not guilty, you are actually admitting it to Vishnu Maya, to your own sister, saying that I am not guilty. Because she doesn't like you to have the guilt upon you. The wife may like you to have the guilt. She may like that you should have the guilt, because she thinks her power is challenged and that she has somebody who is her rival. But not Vishnu Maya. The sister does not say that. But a brother and a sister are never friends. Now, in a group we are sitting here like that. In any group, a brother and a sister, they know that they exist as brothers and sisters. But they don't cling on to one person, they don't talk to one person, they don't get friendly with that sister. Like once we had a big fight with these Christians once, I remember, and I must be having at least 30 cousins and 4 or 5 brothers I had at that time. And we went to that function, and among Indian Christians, we have Christians from all kinds of stratas. So there were some vagabonds, I think they passed some remarks about us, we sisters, you see. We didn't know we had so many cousins. They all shot out, you see, just like Jack in the Box. And they all took over and started beating those boys. And then we realized so many cousins we have. Otherwise, we never knew they were somewhere. We were not talking to them much. We were talking among ourselves, our friends, because we were talking to each other. Suddenly, we found we have so many cousins and so many brothers. It was most surprising that we should have so many cousins there. We did not know. Immediately, they jumped on the protection of the chastity of their sister, because she is the basis of their chastity. But normally, you don't talk to your brother much, nor the brother talks to you so much. You don't get friendly. But at the time of difficulties, at the time of maryadas, at the time of consulting about something that is dear to the family, the sister comes in. Recently, my own brother, younger brother, wrote a letter to me because there's a problem in the family. Now, my mother is not there, and normally a sister is better because she is easily available to you than the mother. Mother is so busy with the whole family, the whole work, universe she is doing. So the sisterly feeling is very important. Now just imagine that our left Vishuddhi is so bad. It is, of course, because we have never cared for our chastity. We have not respected our chastity. In India, it is not so. Women and men all respect their chastity very much. And I have asked some foreign going boys, they said that though we were doing all wrong things as they were doing, we all the time somehow knew that we were doing wrong. I said, how is it? He said, there's something like a sister's relationship. But now I can say that Indian men are also becoming just like you people. Have lost their power to keep their chastity. The men must respect their chastity because they think they do not owe anything to the chastity. And if the basis of your spiritual existence doesn't exist, you'll collapse in no time. For that, I have many a time said that put your attention on the Mother Earth. The green. Green is the color. If you put your attention into that, then you will be saved from these errors you are committing of adultery all the time. You are looking at other sisters, others' wives, others' daughters. So the relationship that is now being expressed, as you know, is of a daughter, of a sister, and of a mother, which is a very, very pure relationship. So much so that now supposing you use your brains too much, then why does your heart catch? Have you thought of that? Why does your heart catch when you use right side too much? What is the reason for catching your heart? Must understand this. It's the same thing. The relationship of, say, Shiva is to Vishnu in two ways. Firstly, Vishnu's wife, a sister, he has married. All right? Then who is the sister of Shiva? Shiva's sister is Saraswati. If you work too much on Saraswati, heart will catch. It has maryadas. This is how the intermarriages took place, by which the sister's relationship is worked out to keep your maryadas of your chakras. If you cross that, you suddenly get into the left or the right because you have crossed the maryadas of that. Now this sisterly relationship existed in other incarnations also, like Muhammad Sahib had a sisterly relationship with, actually, what we have to say that his sister as such was Ali's wife, but she was born to him as a daughter. So they can be born as the daughter or as the sister. She was born as Nanaka's sister, Nanaki. She was born as the daughter of Muhammad Sahib. So it could be a sister or could be the daughter of an incarnation. But daughter and sister are innocent, pure chastity. Now think of it, that those people who cannot understand the importance of chastity, how can they talk of any laws whatsoever? Because laws means maryadas. And it has the proper sense through the power of Vishnu Maya. Now you might say that not to steal anybody else's thing is also not proper because it belongs to somebody else. But who will tell you? Who is the one that is going to tell you that this is wrong? Of course there is police, but who has told? The lawmakers. Which part of the unconscious has played is the Vishnu Maya. Because as soon as you steal something, you feel guilty. In the law also this word guilty is used. And guilty comes from the left side is Vishnu Maya. So how important it is to have a sense of chastity. But we are very divided people. Those who have moral chastity may not have material chastity. Those who have got material chastity may not have moral chastity. Moral chastity comes first. That's very important because it is innate. And if your moral chastity is perfectly nourished, then automatically the material chastity comes in. But the effect is the same. Whether you do money cheating in Sahaja Yoga or whether you cheat morally, your left Vishuddhi will be caught. And the whole problem will start from left Vishuddhi. Now supposing somebody tries to cheat in Sahaja Yoga, wants to take away the money of Sahaja Yoga or something like that, immediately his left Vishuddhi will be caught. As soon as the left Vishuddhi will be caught, he will start behaving in a funny manner. The whole catch will be shown. If you become immoral also, the left Vishuddhi will be caught. Now the whole guilt part comes from there. Sin against the mother could be also an insult. In any way, answering back to mother. Many people have a habit, I have seen, of saying, no mother. No is never to be said. Because if you say no, that means you go to the left Vishuddhi. The Vishnu Maya power will not tolerate your no for anything at all. Many people have a habit of saying this, no mother. This is not to be done. Because once you catch your left Vishuddhi, all your left chakras become weak because the chastity, which is the basis of all the chakras, is weak. So how much important it is to understand the value of left Vishuddhi. All of us catch on left Vishuddhi and we do not think that it is such an important thing. When we say, oh, left Vishuddhi catching means I am feeling guilty. We do not understand that what have I done? I have crossed the limits. That's why it's showing there. I have neglected some kind of a morality. I have gone on a wrong path against mother and father. That's why left Vishuddhi is catching. Left Vishuddhi is the indication of the mistakes, of the wrongs, of the sins. We can't afford to have left Vishuddhi. Sahaja Yogis cannot afford to have left Vishuddhi. To add to the trouble, they smoke. They take all kinds of things. In India they take what you call tamakhu. It's a kind of a what leaves are these? Tobacco leaves. And they think they have done no wrong, but left Vishuddhi catches. Left Vishuddhi, in a way, is the gateway to all kinds of problems for yourself. So be careful not to feel guilty about anything. Moreover, it's a very great vicious circle. For example, somebody has done something wrong. I have decided that I have to tell them on their face whether they like it or not. This is wrong, as far as possible. Of course, I try to play sometimes tricks on them to understand. If they do not understand my telling them, up to a point. And then I tell them that now you better get out. I cannot have you in my body anymore. So I throw them out of Sahaja Yoga. Once they are out of Sahaja Yoga, at least my headache is over. Now, what I have seen that when this negativity starts acting, people, instead of facing it, facing the mistakes that I am wrong, I should not have done it, it's a wrong thing to do, start giving explanations. Once you start giving explanation, this left Vishuddhi starts becoming like a bloated big lump. And then there's no possibility of curing, no possibility of cleansing. So people start giving explanation why I did it, why I did this. Once it is said is wrong, to be accepted, all right, next time I'm not going to do it, I'm very sorry. But sorry seems to be a very difficult word for at least Western Sahaja Yogis and some of the Indian Sahaja Yogis also, to say sorry. I'm very sorry. Indians never feel guilty is a good idea. But they never say sorry. So it's just the same. Now, one has to understand that when you have committed a mistake, you are a human being. To err is human and to forgive divine. But you must know that you have erred. If you go on giving explanations, then one thing is definite, you do not understand that God knows everything. If He says you have done wrong, then it is wrong. How can you challenge? How can you say, this is the reason I did it, that's the reason? It's the thing one must understand. Because this is the power of electricity. You must understand, it gives you a shock. It shocks you. And then you realize that I have done a mistake. So don't create a shock for yourself. Do not behave in a manner that ultimately you end up with a shock. Of course, the mother's power is so forgiving, Sadashiva's power is so forgiving, that you are allowed and allowed and allowed to continue with what you are doing for a while. But is being told, is explained to you that this is wrong. But supposing you cross your limits, absolutely, then suddenly the Vishnu Maya appears and the whole thing gets exposed. In Sahaja Yoga, you get exposed. So one must know that though this power is so helpful, so guiding, so improving and nourishing and protecting, still, up to a point. Otherwise it is she only who exposes you. Because she can't bear any more this nonsense from you. So if you go on like that, she'll just see to it that she is exposed. You have seen people have been doing all kinds of filthy things. I have known many prime ministers and all these presidents and this and that. When they die, exposed. Nobody says that such and such person was a chaste person. Very few leaders of nations have got this certificate, that they were very chaste people. Chastity is a very, very rare certificate they get. Because once you get a power in life, then you think you have a free hand. You can do what you like. You can be a chaste person. You can be anyway unchaste. You can do what you like. You become sort of overpowered with this idea that I have got all the powers now, I am very well placed. And that becomes a complete delusion for you, and you forget that chastity is so important. So the higher a person is placed in life, the higher positions he occupies, the higher what you call the ego pampering stuff he gets, the more he presses down on the left Vishuddhi. So such a person escapes into the left Vishuddhi because in his heart of hearts, in his unconscious, he feels guilty. And the whole thing goes as a guilt in the left Vishuddhi. And when it goes as a guilt in the left Vishuddhi, then it's a difficult situation because such a person, he becomes extremely sensitive. You say anything to that person, he feels more guilty. You try to cure his left Vishuddhi, then he becomes even worse. It's a very bad situation with left Vishuddhi people. And they are the people who have left Vishuddhi always give explanations. A person who has right Vishuddhi will be arrogant, but left Vishuddhi people have a very sly method of giving answers back, an explanation for everything. Whatever you say, they will say, no mother, this is this, this is this. This is one thing. Not only, it doesn't end there, it gives you sarcasm. That's why in the West people never talk straightforward. It's always sarcastic. To talk straightforward means they think it's stupid, it's unintelligent. Unless and until you talk in a very sarcastic manner, which sometimes, it's difficult to reach. That's how, in a very crooked way, they talk. And that crookery comes through this left Vishuddhi problem. If your left Vishuddhi is so bad, you cannot achieve anything that is sweet, that is beautiful, that's appreciative. Left Vishuddhi will never appreciate. Those who suffer from left Vishuddhi can never appreciate another person, can never. It will have its own say. It will think I am the best because it has to exist. That problem has to exist. So how? It's a kind of a perverted ego that doesn't want to accept that anybody can be better than me, that anybody I have to follow, that I have to take some lessons from another one. I have had many examples I see, especially people who are with me. I find they get into left Vishuddhi very fast because they lack in protocol. Once they start lacking in protocol, they go into left Vishuddhi. So to be with me is a blessing, no doubt, but also one has to be very, very careful that you do not cross the protocols. Do not try to come over forward, just pronouncing. Some people have an habit of crossing the limits, and as soon as you cross the limit, left Vishuddhi is created. This should be awe for your mother. There should be respect for your mother, which is guarded by left Vishuddhi. Now, this is a very hidden power of Sri Ganesha. What you call is the power of Ganesha is left Vishuddhi acting like chastity. Ganesha's power are all expressed through left Vishuddhi. So those who believe in Ganesha in pure innocence must know that in your every day-to-day behavior, in every day-to-day action, there should be chastity. Ganesha is expressed as flowers of chastity. And just see, in the divine law, if there is no chastity, how do you delimit people? How do you make all right? How do you cleanse them? How do you make them evolve? Supposing a tree is growing and there is no limit in it, it just grows like a wild thing, it has no limits, then what will you get out of it? Nothing. So to make a person higher and higher, you have to limit it. My father used to give a very good example of this, that if you take some wheat, the wheat, you please now don't disturb. If you want to go out, you can go out. But don't disturb the people, anybody moving about. This is also another thing. See, all these things are nothing but the upheaval of the left Vishuddhi. See, all this show off or disturbing or trying to be overpowering or very forward person or bumptiousness, all these come from left Vishuddhi because you want to overcome your left Vishuddhi, so you do it. And then it is added to it. The more you try to overcome it, the more it is added to. Now, the father's story, I must tell you that he said that you have got the wheat, and if you spread it, it just fritters away like attention does. But if you put in a gunny bag, in a bag, you can keep it up and it can achieve a height. In the same way, if you fritter away your attention without chastity, it spreads out. It has no limits, it has no forms, it has no shape. But if you delimit it, then you become higher and higher and higher, and you can rise higher in your spiritual life. As you are the people who want to lead a very spiritual life, you must understand that left Vishuddhi is to be corrected. Now, how do you correct your left Vishuddhi? I get sometimes very tired with them, I get very. I just give them up. Because if they are catching and you tell them you are catching, they become even worse. What a vicious circle it is. What is the cure for it? How to break the vicious circle? Is by facing it. You should say, what? You are feeling guilty for what? You are doing the same mistake again and again, and still you are doing it. You should give all injections to yourself. But instead of that, they start telling me, no mother, no mother, no mother. You tell yourself, no, myself. I have done this today, tomorrow I am going to do it, day after tomorrow I am going to do it. Stop it now, stop. And stop at this point. There you exert your Vishnu Maya power. Vishnu Maya power has to be neutralized, if so, by your mistakes. But if it has to be brought back into its power, you must use Vishnu Maya's power by giving yourself shocks. Then only you can do it. So on that point, on the Vishnu Maya point, I really fail. You have to do it. And that's why I was thinking about this puja, that when you people are doing this puja to me, if I say anything, it will create more Vishnu Maya in you. But that's the easiest way to manage things. You see, I am feeling guilty. You're finished. I have taken the punishment, I call myself guilty. It's like in the court, the jury says you are guilty. All right, accepted, I am guilty. But no punishment. Take no punishment. If you have done wrong, then punish yourself. Now there are two ways people punish. One is like some people punish them by saying that I will not have my food. But those people who have a habit of not having food, and this thing can also become aggressive with that kind of a habit to trouble others by not eating food. I mean, human beings are very crooked. They know how to kill themselves with a crooked knife all the time. So that's not the way you can correct yourself. If you have to correct yourself, then you have to face yourself in a proper way. Supposing you have done something wrong, then you should do something that you would like to do normally and punish yourself. You should not do something that you would like to do normally. Like correcting yourself, somebody is, say, very fond of the gardens of flowers. Then you do some mistake, you don't see flowers for some time. Just close your eyes for flowers. Now, there are some people, supposing, who are fond of singing. So if you do mistakes, then just stop singing. That's how you have to shock. You must know Vishnu Maya is a lightning, and the lecture has to be like that. It cannot be that soft one as Sri Krishna was. It's a very powerful thing I'm telling you. And may God awaken that power within you of Vishnu Maya. It's the most powerful thing that a human being can have. It's the most auspicious thing. You become a holy personality. This is one of the ways of getting God's realization. It was a nice question, aptly asked, right time, yesterday, is to establish your chastity. Not by giving bandhans, taking vibrations from mother and then getting lost, not that way. You yourself correcting yourself morning till evening and facing yourself and not feeling guilty and learning new things. All the time is the sister who teaches you all the time how to be better and better and better, not the mother. Because mother you can say no mother. To a sister if you say electricity. All right? Try your fingers in the plug and you will know. No explanations. With this understanding, today we are going to do the puja for the establishment of our chastity. Chastity of our emotions and chastity of our mind. Now whatever you have done so far, forget it, forget the past. That is very important also to forget the past, because there's a very good way of explaining, because I had this, that's why it has happened. My mother was like this, that happened. My father was like this. Mother, father, everybody you forget, now you belong to this family, which is a holy family. People who are saints, sitting here, among them you are. And automatically these laws will start working. I will not have to tell you whether you be friendly with that person or not friendly with that person. You see, interest in another sex all the time is not a sign of chastity. It's horrid, absolutely ridiculous. You become stupid. Like some men know so much about what women use, perfumes, this, that. What's the use? Are you slaves of women or what? They become experts on this nonsensical thing. Your men live like men. And women have to have that sense of chastity within themselves because they are the powers. Why are you wanting to become like men? I mean, you are the powers behind them. And women must look after their chastity. For that I must say, I must bow to Indian women for that. The way they are humble, the way they are chaste, one has to learn. Of course, there are many who are not also, but the humility that they have. There is only one category we should not have humility. That is the incarnations. I cannot have humility. Sorry to say. There are certain qualities you can have and enjoy and cherish. I cannot have. I cannot humble down myself. Cannot do it. I'm sorry. Not supposed to do it. No incarnation was humble. They cannot. Because they have no guilt. I have put so many guilty people in my left Vishuddhi that my ears are getting blocked, trying to clear them out. If you can clear out your guilt, my ears will be opened up. My trouble will go away. So please, I request you to keep your left Vishuddhi all right. Don't feel guilty. Be in the center. Be in the center. Watch yourself and face yourself. Shock yourself. Correct yourself. Only such people will ascend. Another way is meditation. with your left hand towards the photograph, with the light there, right hand on the Mother Earth, you can work it out. Put the light over here, give a bandhan to your left Vishuddhi, you can work it out. But these become rituals if you do not do it from your heart. So first of all, face it. Mentally face it fully, then do it with these things. Emotionally understand it also, that the emotions you have should have no guilt in it. So for all our practical purposes, we are not to use all such words which shows our guilt, but humility. Humility is very different from a guilty person. Guilty person is the person who is under duress, under pressures, but a humble person is a free person. He is humble in his own freedom, in his own exuberance. Like the trees, when they are loaded with fruit, they just bow to the Mother Earth. Like if you go to the sea, you will find that all the trees around the sea, especially the coconut trees, all bend towards the sea, because the sea has given them that speciality. The water that is in the coconut comes from the sea. So all of them have that respect, that humility towards the sea. In the same way, a person who is not guilty only will be really humble, because guilty people, as I told you, are aggressive by their sarcasm, by their nasty words, by their answering back, by their explanations. But a humble person is a free person, free to be humble, free to be kindly, to be gentle, to be compassionate. And that sort of Sahajogis you have to be, so that when people meet you, they are impressed by your humility. But humility doesn't have any subservience, innocence and humility. I lack that quality completely. I cannot be humble, and you should never try to humble me down, because that is not to be done. But nobody can say in my behavior when they meet me that I am not humble. I act as a very humble person. I can act as a very humble person, but to be very frank, I have no humility of any kind within me. No humility. Compassion is very different from humility. Humility is a human quality, is a special quality only the bhaktas have. Only the bhaktas have. It's such a beautiful quality of taking the showers of bliss. The one who gives bliss cannot be humble, because it cannot take anything. It's the only human beings who are humble and who can take it and achieve it and receive it. And a person who cannot take is so lonely, so lonely. Such a person cannot get companionship with anyone, because it has to give and give and give. It's so lonely and has to face everything oneself. Those who are humble can only become friendly with each other, can share their problems with each other. I cannot, because you have no solutions. I have to solve my own problem. So the humility can only help you to articulate and to have rapport with your friends, everyone. Share your difficulties. But again, I have to warn you, because it always happens. Your humility should not be sympathetic. Humility is a detached person. It's a detached quality. It's not a quality that gets attached to one person or second person. It's a humble style of life, where you are not arrogant unnecessarily, you don't shout at people. But in India, we say the cow is a very humble animal. It gives its milk. It provides everything. It doesn't attack it. So humility is such a guard for you. Of course, sometimes people take advantage of humble people. Doesn't matter. As long as you have not lost your humility, everything is all right. But people lose their humility. When people try to trouble them, they become left Vishuddhites, and then they lose their humility. And that's one thing one should not lose. Because if you have to keep connection with the divine, then you have to be humble. There's no other way. If you are not a humble person, you cannot keep the relationship. See, two qualities, like a plug and a socket. The plug has to be the plug, the socket has to be socket. In the same way, if you have to get something out of the divine, you have to be humble people. Through arrogance, you will not get anything. Through aggression, you will not get anything. Through anything, some people also feel that I love mother, but that love is to be expressed through complete humility. That's the only way, that's the only channel through which you can approach me. There's no way out. So we end up today on a very high stage. It's the beginning of God's realization. But you must speed up with me. It's not easy to keep speed with me. So you have to speed up with me. If you have to go towards God's realization, first establish your sense of chastity and humility. May God bless you. So now we start our puja. You can wash my feet if you want. But Ganesh Puja has to be there. One Ganesh Stotra. Now for this you have to judge yourself. I mean, you have to judge yourself, not to accept guilt, but to judge yourself. Am I a very forward type of a person? Do I go forward all the time? Do I sit all the time before everybody else? Do I try to be arrogant to mother? Do I say no to mother? Do I behave like... see all these points within yourself. It's not for others, it's for you to see. How far I go? Am I presumptuous? Am I bumptious? Am I do things which I should not have done? Like that you go on into this thing. These are symptomatic. Symptoms coming from inside. And once you understand your symptoms, oh, I am that. All right. No more. Face it. Tell yourself. As soon as you say, I am not guilty, doesn't mean that you do not face it. You face it. Start the washing of the feet. Today, I am sorry, only the virgins can worship me. Only the real virgins can worship me. Little girls, if there are any. Hello, they are coming. Come along, come along, come along. All the children. Hello, come up. Nice frock. Oh, very nice dress, Athena. Now, where are others? Come along, all the children, all the children. Only the children can do that. All right, sit down, come forward. Oh, ma, somebody wearing a sari. Oh, no, all the children. Sit down. All the children have to sit down here. All right. Hello, Elliot. How are you? Be careful. Lights. All right. Can you put that to one side a little bit for the children? I'm rather worried, and then we can enlighten it. More are coming. They are in the coming. In future, we are going to have lots of them. And maybe you will all have to sit outside. Now they sit outside. After some time, you all will have to sit outside. That would be the best. They'll all say, out, out. Let them grow. A new army is coming forward. I think that Eliot can do that. Well, you give it to him, he'll do it. He'll do it carefully. Yeah. Come along. You move that side but little bit. Hello, come along, this side. Now, all the little ones should come forward first. All the little ones, yes. One, all of you are little ones, all right? Now, who are the littlest? Now, is there anyone else coming up? Sit down, all right? You come here, want to come here? All right, now, give him a chance there, all right? Now, let it be. Now, bring him here. Now, all the girls should come first and all the boys later. Should we do that way? Or should we have the little boys first? Little boys is better, isn't it? You are sisters after all. Now let's have the little boys first. All right. All the little boys and then the sisters will do. Now who are the little boys? All of them. Now the sisters have to wait for a while, all right? See the thing. See how easily acceptable this is. All the sisters. Now she's a sister. Now come along. All the sisters have to go back. Did she follow? All right. You stand there. All right. Tell her. You stand there. You come forward. All right. Now all the boys come along. You come here. All the boys have to do it. All the sisters have to wait. There are no boys there. No more. Come. All right. Now. If Patson is there, you can call him. Patson, or he will do it. Eliot should sit down. Good. Now all the sisters are sitting down first. You see, the boys are doing first. All right, all the sisters are standing there to look after the boys. Come along. The boys have to come here. Come. All right, let him sit down. He's the boy. Come along, sit down. You are the boy. You're a boy? Those who are boys must sit down. No, he'll sit down for a while. He'll sit down. He's a nice boy. Not to be shy. Nobody has to be shy here, all right? Now come along, all the boys. Those who are shy are not boys. No, he's a boy. He's good. All right. If you are boys, you should not be shy. Only the girls are shy. Still shy. It's all right. Don't force. It's all right. Don't force the children. Ross is here. He's not here? Come along. Now you look after that side. Give him so that he'll do it. You have to wash my feet. All right, come now. Say the mantras. Okay. Just take it into your hand. You give it to him and you have to wash my feet. All right? Now be careful with that. You see, that's why I've called you, because they are small children. Now, wash my feet. Tell them how to wash. Now, one by one. Come along. Wash my feet. Yes, Markandeya, you wash it. All right, come along, all of you. Wash it hard. All right, we'll have a second group, all right, Eliot? We'll have second group also. Rub it now, rub it, this one also. Come along, wash my feet. Tell him, Eliot, tell him. Wash my feet. Come, wash. Now come along. Hello. Come wash my feet. Wash my feet.
Om Tameva Sakshat Vasudevaya Namah.
Good.
Om Tameva Sakshat Pradyumnaya Namah. Om
Now.
Tameva Sakshat Aniruddhaya Namah. Om Tameva Sakshat Purushottamaya Namah. Om Tameva Sakshat Adokshajaya Namah. Om Tameva Sakshat Narasimhaya Namah. Om Tameva Sakshat Upendraya Namah. Om Tameva Sakshat Achyutaya Namah. Om Tameva Sakshat Janardanaya Namah.
Now, the
Om
other boy
Tameva
should.
Sakshat
All right?
Haraye
You've done
Namah.
it? All right.
Om
Now, the
Tameva
other boy should.
Sakshat Sri Krishnaya Namaha.
You've done it, Nanak?
Sakshat
Watched
Sri
it? Ah.
Adishakti Mataji Shri
Now, let them-
Nirmala
you come here.
Devi Namo
The bigger
Namah.
boys. You come along. You want to.
Om Bu Om
Let them
Bhuva
wash. All right?
Om Swa
Nanaka, now let them
Om
go.
Ma
All right? Now
Om
you get
Jana
up.
Om
You get up
Tapa Om
Markandeya,
Satyam
let them
Om
come.
Tat
All right? You
Savitru
just move out.
Parenyam
Just
Bhargo
arrange it.
Devasya Dhimahi
Now.
Dhiyo Yona
That's good. You
Prachodayat
also. Nanaka,
Om
let them come. All right?
Apajyothira
Come
Somrutam
forward. Now.
Om Bhurbhuva Swarom
Come along.
Nirvignamastu
All right. Wash my
Sumukhashchekadantascha
Come along, both
Kapilo
of you.
Gajakarnaka Lambodascha Vikato
All right.
Vignanasho
With both the hands.
Ganadipa Shakti Bhagavati Mataji Shri Nirmala Deviye Namo Namaha.
Done. All right? Now let the girls come in.
Om Namaste Ganapatiye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi
Now the girls come in.
Tvameva Kevalam
Let the boys
Kartasi
Boys have to go.
Tvameva Kevalam Dhartasi Tvameva Kevalam
He didn't do it.
Hartasi Tvameva Sarvam Kalvidam
All right, ask
Brahmasi
him to do it.
Tvam Sakshatatmasi
Now come
Nityam
along. Wash it.
Rutam Vachmi
Just talk
Satyam Vachmi
Now,
Avatam
all of you should get up. And
Avavaktaram
let the girls do it. All right? Now get up now. Boys have to get up.
Avadataram
I think he has washed. You
Avadataram
washed it? No? All right,
Avanuchanam
come along.
Avashishyam Avapashchatat
Put the water.
Avapurastat Avutaratat
Let him come. Little one. He has not gone in.
Avadakshinatat
All right, come
Avachorvatat
forward. Let him come. Get up now. You get up.
Avadaratat Sarvatomam Pahi Pahi
Dania?
Samantat Tvam
Just a minute, just a minute.
Tvam
Some
Chinmaya
of you, I'll call all of
Tvam
you one by one. All
Anandamaya
right?
Tvam
Now, wash it.
Brahmamaya
Wash it now.
Tvam
Wash it now.
Satchitananda Dvitiyosi
Just help
Tvam
here.
Pratyaksham Brahmasi
Please down the
Tvam Jnanamayo Vijnanamayosi Sarvam Jagadidam Tvato Jayate Sarvam Jagadidam Tvatastishtati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvayi Layameshyati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvayi Pratyeti Tvam Bhumirapo Nalo Nilonapa Tvam Chatvari Vakpadani Tvam Gunatrayatita Tvam Dehatrayatita Tvam Kalatrayatita
Done. Now.
Tvam
Now.
Muladharastitosi
Let others come
Nityam
in. Now.
Tvam
Get up.
Shakti
Let all of
Trayatmaka
girls have to
Tvam
come.
Yogino
Now.
Dhyayanti
Get up now.
Nityam
All the boys have
Tvam
to
Brahma,
get up.
Tvam
Nanaka, you get
Vishnus,
up now.
Tvam
Get up.
Rudras, Tvam
Get up. Nice
Indras,
boys.
Tvam
Now.
Agnis, Tvam
Let the girls
Vayus,
come
Tvam
in. Now,
Suryas,
come.
Tvam Chandramas, Tvam Brahma Bhurbhuva Swarom
Where is Olympia?
Ganadim
Olympia is washed.
Purvamucharya Varnadim
You stay here. You stay
Tadanantaram
here.
Anuswara
Girls have to
Paratara
stay.
Ardendula Sitam Tarena Rarudam Itatava Manuswarupam Gakara
Boys can go.
Purvarupam
Elliot,
Akaro
take the boys out.
Madhyamarupam
They have to go now. Because
Anuswara
this is the girls' today,
Shantya
girls'
Rupam.
puja.
Bindurutthararupam Nada Sandanam Sanita Sandi Saisha Ganesha Vidya Ganakarishi
Sonia.
Nitrid
Dunya
Gayatri
Tani.
Chandaha Ganapatir
Dunya Tani
Devata
kara.
Om Gam
Both the
Ganapataye
hands.
Nama Ekadantaya Vidmahe Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanodanti Prachodayat Ekadantam Chaturhastam Pasham Ankushdarinam Radam Chavaradam Haster
All right.
Vibranam
Now wipe their hands.
Mushakadvajam
Let them-
Raktam Lambodaram
All right, put it on your
Shurpakarnakam
head.
Raktavasasam Raktagandanu
All the girls
Liptangam
have to sit here.
Raktapushpaihi
Olympia,
Supujitam
where is she?
Bhaktanukampinam Devam Jagatkaranamachutam
Sit down, sit down.
Avirbhutam cha Srishyadau Prakrutehe Purushat Param
All right.
Evam jayati yo nityam
Olympia,
sa
come.
yogi yoginam vara.
All the girls.
Namo
Now,
Vratapataye. Namo Ganapataye.
You watched
Namaha
Olympia?
Pramatapataye.
You watched.
Namaste Astu Lambodharaya
Take
Ekadantaya
out
Vignanashine Shiva Sutaye
this one.
Shri Varadamurtaye Namah.
Just take out this.
Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Bhagavati Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namah.
Cross has not come? You can also wipe. You can wipe. Just Zorat Prasad, Zorat. Zorat. Do it hard. Now take the name, 108 names. Straightforward. Because that's really the Gauri's names. Hard. A bit hard.
Shri Mata. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mata Namaha. Shri Maharajni.
No, you must take my name, Gavin, otherwise vibrations don't flow. So you have to say full thing. What can I do? See, there's a limits.
Shri Mata. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
No spread the cloth here.
Shri Maharajni. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Maharajni Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala.
You just first put the light. Kevin, you stay on this side. I'll tell you whatever it is.
Devi Karya Samudyata.
We'll ask you for something to stay there. Right?
Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Devi Karya Samudyata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Akula. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Akula Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji
You cannot join
Shri Nirmala
Just look like
Devi
that.
Namo
This work
Namah.
cannot be done.
Eternal, Nitya.
For an unmarried person.
Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nitya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
No, not at the end.
The Queen of Bhava, Bhavani.
It's all
Om
right. As long as you
Tameva
don't join it.
Sakshat Shri Bhavani Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The one who cuts the knot of Maya of Sri Vishnu. Vishnu Granti Vibedini. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Granti Vibedini Sakshat
You can
Shri Adi Shakti
Be careful, all right? Because everything comes in the photograph.
Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
So that's correct.
Fond of devotees, Bhakti
Not the
Priya.
food. See how careful
Om
she is.
Tameva Sakshat Shri Bhakti Priya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Realized by devotion, Bhakti Gamya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Bhakti Gamya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Untouched by karmas and dualisms, Nirlepa. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Nirlepa Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti
No, just a
Mataji.
minute. I'll ask everybody to do it, but slowly. No, don't fight. Everybody will be doing. These girls will go
Giver
away.
of happiness.
Just put it here.
Sharma Dayini. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Sharma Dayini Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Unsupported, Niradara. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Niradhara Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Unstained Niranjana. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Niranjana Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Who destroys the greatest of sins, Mahapataka Nashini. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Mahapataka Nashini Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Pure, Nirmala. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Nirmala Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Without any ego, Nirahankara. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Nirahankara Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Faultless brilliance, Nishkalanka. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Nishkalanka Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Formless, Nirakara. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Nirakara Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji,
all hands
Shri
become red.
Nirmala Devi
All over.
Namo
Rub it like this,
Namah.
nicely, all over.
Unruffled,
All the fingers,
Nirakula. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Nirakula Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Changeless, Nirvikara. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Nirvikara Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Without any attributes, Nirguna. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Nirguna Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Indestructible, Nirupaplava. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Nirupaplava Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
Do it with your heart. Because what is happening is that it's all mental. Do it with your heart. What you are saying is saying to me, I am sitting before you, fortunate people. Do it with heart. Then only it will be. Open your heart and do it with your heart. Come now.
Indivisible.
Without feeling guilty. That's very important.
Indivisible, complete, Nishkala. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nishkala Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. With nothing to desire, having everything, Nishkama. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nishkama Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Ever free, her devotees also are ever free, Nitya Mukta.
Rose, getting the heat.
Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nitya Mukta Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The one whose sport is the universe, Leela Vinodini. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Leela Vinodini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Having no basis as she is everything, Nirashraya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nirashraya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Undifferentiated, Nirantara. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nirantara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The cause of all causes, Nishkarana. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nishkarana Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
You just say the word, then you say the word and then you learn.
The ornaments, the bangles and so on, please. They're here. Mark? Alone, the basis of plurality. Nirupadi. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nirupadi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Supreme Nirishvara. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nirishvara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Unattached, Niraga. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Niraga Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo
Flowers, you can
Namah.
arrange it properly, I think. Ask them to arrange the flowers properly.
Nirmada, without pride. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nirmada Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Nistula, unequaled. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nistula Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The bottomless depth of consciousness, Gambhira. Om Tameva
Green
Sakshat
to the girls and red to the boys.
Shri Gambhira Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Without any anxiety, Nischinta. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nischinta Sakshat
Give it to all of them.
Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Without any illusions, Nirmoha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nirmoha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji
The boys.
Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Without any sense of myness, Nirmama. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nirmama Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Without papam, ignorance, nishpapa. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nishpapa Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Having no doubts, Nisamshaya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nisamshaya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Unborn, Nirbhava. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nirbhava Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Untroubled, Nirabadha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nirabadha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Nirvikalpa. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nirvikalpa Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Taking nothing, Nishparigraha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nishparigraha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Deathless, Nirnasha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nirnasha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Beyond dangers, Nirapaya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nirapaya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. not involved in any action, nishkriya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nishkriya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Dark-haired, Nilachikura. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nilachikura Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Impossible to cross or transgress, Niratyaya.
We have forgotten.
Om
Even the
Tameva Sakshat Shri Niratyaya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The Supreme Creator of illusion and confusion, even to the greatest of gods, Mahamaya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mahamaya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The element of success in all actions, Vijaya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Vijaya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Intensely compassionate to her devotees, Sandra Karuna. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Sandra Karuna Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The great power, Mahashakti. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mahashakti Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The matrix of the universe worshipped by all, including gods, Bhagavati. Om
At the time of puja, keep
Sakshat
taking this side.
Shri Bhagavati Sakshat
To mark.
Shri
Mark.
Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala
Puja is
Devi
to be
Namo
shown. Tell
Namah.
Mark.
Who confers happiness or bliss or moksha, which is the bliss of liberation,
Come, let it come
Sukha
on the
Prada.
time. Come this side.
Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Sukha Prada Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Who is seated in the lotus of the chakras, Padmasana. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Padmasana Sakshat Shri
Give this to Kevin.
Adishakti Mataji
Give this to Kevin.
Shri
All these things to
Nirmala
Kevin.
Devi Namo Namah. Transcending all the created universes, Lokatita. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Lokatita Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
You should give the
Nita, she's
these flowers is better. You both can do it better. Come on.
The greatest bliss that is beyond all sense pleasures, Maharati.
You just put
Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Maharati Sakshat
yes, that's on the
Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The whole universe is her form, and also the individual self, Visva, in the wakeful state, is her form. Vishvarupa. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Vishvarupa Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Our Saviour, Rakshakari.
You better die.
Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Rakshakari Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The one who kills all the evil forces who are Rakshasas. Rakshasa Agni. There's no Shri before this. Om Tameva Sakshat Rakshasagni Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The ultimate power, Parashakti. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Parashakti Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The one who gives the yoga, Yogada. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Yogada Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
Twice, I think.
The ultimate ruler,
Take it twice, okay?
Parameshwari. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Parameshwari Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Attained by the meritorious or the righteous, she is worshipped as the result of good actions in previous lives. Punya Labhya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Punya Labhya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. May be worshipped comfortably by Antara Yoga, inner yoga, Sukharadhya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Sukharadhya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Inaccessible to thought, Achintya Rupa. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Achintya Rupa Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The unitary basis of the plurality of the universe, alone, Ekakini. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Ekakini Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The primordial power, Adishakti. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Adishakti Sakshat Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Of the form of Guru. Every Guru is the goddess herself. Guru Murti. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Guru Murti Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. the easiest path to self-realization. Shobana Sulabhagati. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Shobana Sulabhagati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Angry with evil forces, Chandika. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Chandika Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Assuming three moods, Trigunatmika. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Trigunatmika Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The great, immeasurable, supreme object of attention and worship, Mahati. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mahati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The form of the divine breath of life, Prana Rupini. Om Tameva Sakshat
Rub your hands.
Shri
There's no red.
Prana Rupini Sakshat
Just on your clothes.
Shri
Around this
Adi
one.
Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
No, तुमचे हात. Hands should be cleaned on that.
The absolutely beneficent
Are
Shubhakari.
your hands red? Are they all right? Just put it on the cloth.
Tameva Sakshat
Cloth here.
Shri Shubhakari Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Peace is her essence, Shamatmika. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Shamatmika Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
तिकडे सांभाळा लाईट आणखी पुढे या तुम्ही पुढे या.
In the form of truth, consciousness, bliss, Satchitananda Rupini. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Satchitananda Rupini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The mother of all the Viras, the devotees who are competent and who can lead the battle against evil forces, like Sri Ganesha. Viramata. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Viramata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Proud in her own right as the creatrix of the universe, Garvita. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Garvita Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. In every atom, too minute to be comprehended, Paramanu. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Paramanu Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Showering grace on her devotees very quickly. Kshipra Prasadini. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Kshipra Prasadini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The sacred spouse of Sadashiva, Sadashiva. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Sadashiva Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
Just let me have the picture.
She contains the entire universe as its mother, Vishvagarbha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Vishvagarbha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. She is the natural sweetness in the heart of her devotees. Swabhava Madhura. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Swabhava Madhura Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The nourishment of all, Pushti. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Pushti Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. She is to be worshipped by the wise and the brave. Dhira Samarchita. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Dhira Samarchita Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Untouched by time, Nitya Yauvana. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nitya Yauvana Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The silent witness of the universe, Vishva Sakshini. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Vishva Sakshini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Devouring the universe at the time of Pralaya, Vishvagrasa. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Vishvagrasa Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. She is the ambrosial stream of bliss resulting from meditation on the great goddess in the Sahasrara. Sudha Shruti. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Sudha Shruti Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Continuously present, Shashwati. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Shashwati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Supremely generous, responding readily to the prayers of her devotees. Paramodara. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Paramodara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala the supporter of right conduct, Dharmadhara. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Dharmadhara Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Established in herself, she establishes self in devotees. Swasta. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Swasta Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Destroying all the bondages to give us liberation. Pashahantri. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Pashahantri Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The purest sacred form which washes away all sins. Pavanakriti. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Pavanakriti Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Luminous like moon, Chandra Nibha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Chandra Nibha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Effulgent like sun, Ravi Prakya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Ravi Prakya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
Let the children give me that.
Worshipped by the highest, Mahapujya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mahapujya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The power of consciousness that dispels ignorance and confusion, Chit Shakti.
That is all right. That's the one you have to
Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Chit Shakti Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji
All right, you
Shri
give me
Nirmala
that.
Devi Namo Namah.
All right, now
Humble chastity, Lajja.
now.
Om
These children
Tameva
give
Sakshat
one each with this.
Shri Lajja Sakshat Shri Adishakti
Hold
Mataji
the hands.
Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Clean, pure, untouched, Vimala. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Vimala Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Giver of boons, Varada. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Varada Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
Elliot has more.
Greatest of goddesses, infinite, Mahadevi. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mahadevi Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. The universe is for her pleasure, and she at her pleasure either opens or closes the way to self-realization. Vilasini. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Vilasini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Loves her devotees as her children. Vandaru Jana Vatsala. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Vandaru Jana Vatsala Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Grants the spontaneous self-realization. Sahaja Yoga Dayini. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Sahaja Yoga Dayini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
All the puja has been done. Now let's have the arati. Prepare the arati. Now who else is there? Let Kevin give the grapes. All the children should go down. All right? You have done it, Elliot? Here now. Just take it. Take it. It's a little. Come now, Kevin. Sunidila? Now, put some. Pour it in. Have you given fruit, huh? All right. All of you have done. Now, so you go down. Now, Kevin and you stay here, only two of you. And just take it. Now, just bring that. Sari of Vishnu Maya is very beautiful, showing the two types of clouds and the light in between. This is French. Big significance. French sari for Vishnu Maya. The one who knows. Somebody. They have to do that. Say Vishnu Maya, Tvameva Sakshat, Shri Vishnu Maya. Shiva's name, both my feet have become absolutely frozen. Alright. Just all of you bow. May God bless you all. May God bless you all. May God bless you all. Like ice. Even can you hold my foot? I think you better go and have your lunch. Just become like ice. Just see that.
Well, there was such a big half catch this last 24 hours, so I just had to do it. I'm sorry.
Okay?
Big catch of heart all over last day.
I do that.
Please forgive.
Open your hearts is the point. Why don't you open your hearts? Open your hearts. For frivolous thing, nonsensical thing, we open our hearts. Why not for God? Open it. You are made lotuses, but open the lotus. should come when we should have Shiva's puja in England. That such a day come. But to do Shiva's puja is not an easy thing, you know. You have already reached one stage. Vishnu Maya. Ha! Unless and until you open your heart, your Brahmarandra cannot be open. Your Sahasrara cannot be open. What are you worried about? Lunch? I can stop all their watches if you want. All right, now, come on, let's go. That's enough. Now go ahead, have your lunch. I want to make my lunch. I'm supposed to eat some fruits only. Have some apples.
They lost the screw, I just put my hand and it was there.
What hand?
The screw from the anklet was lost. As soon as it fell down, I just put my hand and there it was. Excuse me, Sri. Some of the people should give you a present. And
After lunch, I'm going to be here. Yeah, I'm staying here. Till you all go, I will be here.
I think we're a little early, even if lunch is already another half hour.
I told you I can stop there watch.
And
If you want, you can give me presents if there is time for lunch.
what about the bag, Mother?
Huh?
Did we give you the bag? That little bag that we bought? Did we give you the bag, the gold bag? The little gold bag that goes with the sari.
That's her. I told her. She's the one who's not She'll go and get it.
All right,
Hello,
it doesn't
take
matter.
it. It is enough. It is enough. Nita.
I just gave her the money.
I told Nita that she should go home. Send all the presents. She can go home.
Yes,
Send all the presents with the also
Bring the-
food and back. Ah,
Get dirty, these things.
just call her. Antonio, I'm sorry you have to drive Rita back home. And she has to get something.
That's the brass piece, Melanie. Mustn't lose it.
Just when you have to go. Yeah.
Shall I keep this as well for the moment?
You can. Looking at you. Just call her here. What's that?
Shri Mataji, this is a present from Austria to express our. We want to thank you for allowing us to be here. And this is a vase, handmade.
So
and
beautiful.
it should fit to the figures you got in Brighton from Austria.
Such a beauty.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Already you have brought such nice music from Austria. What more do you want to play? What's that?
A present from France, Mother,
For what?
with all our love.
for your blessings.
I think better open it for me. Not so that open it. I
We made a magazine in an Italian language to let the people know all the
Oh, I see.
translations of your speeches. We'd like you to bless you.
May God bless you. Oh, very beautiful vibrations. Tremendous vibrations.
It's your, there are your talks in there.
You have
How can it be
translated
different?
such vibrations. You have. Oh, wow, such vibrations in this book. This is the first book of its kind.
Yeah.
First book of my lectures is this one, apart from our Nirmala Yoga. First book.
Yes, in Italian language. It's called as The White Horse. And we want to give one copy for each country to let them see if there is somebody speaking Italian. We've got here.
All right.
And we would like to bring this Raksha Bandhan to Italy.
All right. What's that?
This is from Belgium leaves, from our garden.
Still retaining fresh?
Oh, yes. This is only tree.
Oh, good. It's beautiful. What an idea to give a branch of olive. May God
Sandhya from my wife. Shrimati.
tell me why. Oh, it's too much.
It's made out of Gien.
Huh?
Gien is a town where it's made.
Ooh,
Gien. It's the name of a town where this
Mhm.
pottery are made.
how do you spell?
Gien. G-I-E-N.
Jian.
Gien.
Really? Even now they make it?
Yes.
This is contemporary.
But on a traditional basis, I think.
It's
I'm
beautiful.
not a specialist in pottery.
Otherwise the French art is all going down. Very surprising. Oh, what a beauty. What a beauty. Just see this one. This is the flower that is liked by Sri Ganesh.
Thank you.
You done it? Huh?
Lita told me that you like this picture very much. So
Beautiful. Beautiful. Very well done. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's beautiful. Such artists we have. I didn't know. Tremendous. Thank you very much. Look at that one. Thank you. Huh? Oh, that's good.
This is from Half Mother. It's Edamar cheese. Famous
Oh, I
Edamar
see.
cheese.
I'm already eating the same cheese, and it's such a big one you have given me that it will last for the whole year. Thank you. Thank you. Can you keep it there? What's that?
Present from Holland.
What is it?
Cheese, also cheese.
Again, cheese. Thank you.
And this is
You always give me presents.
Yes, this is from Ola.
All of you?
Yes.
Ah, what a beauty, eh? You have an eye for beauty, I must say. Real beauty. Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. Rigor's wife has given me a nice one like this. I'll keep it with that. Yeah. Thank you. Sizes are increasing. Vishnu Maya. That's Vishnu Maya. Rainbow is her sign, that after rainbow there won't be any. That's the sign that there won't be any more of lightning. If you see the rainbow, there won't be any lightning after that. That assurance. Yeah. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I don't know what to say. Thank you very much. Beautiful. May God bless. Bring it this side. Turn it around. Take out the sari. Take out the sari. How are you?
The big one, a very small one, Mother. Sri Ganesha has found it for me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Very sweet. Sri Ganesha cannot be small.
Yes, but
he is very subtle. He is in every atom, and he is everywhere. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, and God bless you. You are doing very well, I must say, in Sahaja Yoga. I am very happy. What's that?
You asked me to put it on it. There is too, if it is too big, I cannot do it.
It's so beautiful, I tell you. There's no need to open it. It's so beautiful. Beautiful. Just let them have a look. You have done it?
Yes.
So great. This is not Sri Ganesha. That's an ornament of Sri Ganesha. It's too expensive a present to be given. It's coral and pearls. That's too much. All right. I'll cherish it. Thank you. With these pujas, I'm making a lot of things, isn't it? Because when you give me money, I can buy something silver for you, but what to do with these become permanent part and parcel of me. Thank you. What's that? Something small again from Brighton. Keep it crystal. Esther really is great. Oh, it's too much, too much.
For the
Too.
mother of all the brothers and sisters, the children of the blossom time, and may we be your flower.
Ah, oh, symbolic it is. How symbolic. Again say it loudly to them.
I say, Sri Mataji, this is for the mother of all the brothers and sisters, the children of the blossom time. And Mother, may we be your flowers.
Ah, it's too good. Thank you. Beautiful.
Mother, with your grace,
in honour of you, I opened my shop and I called it Mother's Love. And yesterday was the grandest opening of my life. The shop is absolutely beautiful.
Where?
In Seaford, and I'd like to show
In where?
you. Seaford, near Brighton.
Oh, I see.
And there's the labels.
Oh.
And they hopefully will go over the world. All my things will be designed with your name on.
Ah, that's a good idea. In caring for you and your baby. Great.
And those are
I always had this in my mind that we should have a proper shop because it's difficult to get cotton clothes here.
I've got
Is
some
it?
girls who are making things for me, but I'd like to also have things made by surgery.
I will try to get
That's
you
on
some
it.
from India.
These are on everything. And your shop, and my shop has your name above it. They're made.
Something great.
When I get the photographs developed, I'll show you a picture of the shop.
The pardon?
When I have the photographs developed, I'll show you the picture of the shop with your name.
I will. May God bless you. Congratulations. May God bless you. May God bless you. That's a very good thing you are doing. May God bless you for that. There's not much care for children here, I feel. They require a lot of attention. What's it? Again? All right. What's that?
From Lausanne Sahaja Yogi, if it would please to rest.
From Lausanne. So beautiful. Done so well. Thank you. What is it again?
I was not prepared, but I bring you something that came from a country I was born in.
From where?
From Africa.
What's
It
about
is a
that?
magnetite stone,
Yeah.
and it catches the negative vibrations.
I see.
And it was on my neck, so I hope there isn't too much negative in it.
No, I'll manage.
Thank you,
Sure.
Mother.
May God bless you.
And I bring you my love.
May God bless you. What's that?
Sri Mataji, this is a collective effort from the Sahaj Yogis of Munich. Actually, it's more a present for us than for you. Could you give this your blessings, please, Mother?
What's that?
It says, Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi. She is the mother who you have been waiting for, the comforter who awakes our joy and brings the new era of peace. You are invited to have this experience of your soul any Thursday at 7 o'clock in the Sahaj Yoga Center, Munich.
It's a very good photograph, I think. Very good photograph. For outsiders, it's very good photograph. May God bless. Very motherly.
May I leave it at your feet, Sri
Hmm?
Mataji? May I leave it with you, Sri
Lisa, thank you. Thank you, Amma. Done? You are in time? Something still there.
The Dutch and the Belgian people especially asked if they could just spend 2 minutes before you, as a sort of little privilege for you.
All right.
Would you like a table, Mother?
Just the fruits I love. Nothing else. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Would you like to eat, Mother?
Hmm?
I have some red trout, some salmon trout at home. If
What
you would
do
like
you
me
have?
to go and cook
Huh?
it. I have some salmon trout at home. If you would like me to cook it. Some red trout. No,
More than sufficient.
you have enough.
I did not eat, you see. Very happy. Thank you.
Would you like some tea?
Let you all have your lunch now. Let it late or? Just go and have your lunch. I'm waiting. Then after lunch, the Holland people, all those who want to see me can see. Already. All right. Let's have. I'm so happy you all could come. That's the main point. That's the biggest thing, that you all could come today. And such a great puja. And according to Warren, Brussels and Holland people have a great humility. They are very humble people for spirituality, and the media is also very good. So I think today's puja was actually because of you people it was performed. He says they are very humble people, the media is very humble. There's a kind of a humility that really works there. So now, what is it? Come along, Dominic, how are you? What's the file you are carrying? What is the file?
It's all the articles of the new papers before your coming and after your coming.
Oh, I see. She's got that. Good.
We have translated.
Who wrote the articles? The newspaper people.
Yes, but we translated.
They liked it. Good. That's why they were saying the media is very helpful. That's it.
Are the translations attached?
What is it?
Translations from the Flemish, but not from French. Some nice articles. It's very good. Very factual reporting, no distortion.
Good. So that's it.
You know, Sri Mataji, 2 years ago we have made a photocopy of your Lotus Feet in France, and this poster, yes. And we have seen this poster in a shop for copying, you know. They are sending your picture of your Lotus Feet everywhere just to show what they can do with this photocopy. And so we can see a Lotus Feet in the shop.
You know the copy of the feet which the French brought to India
Ah.
was distributed far and wide.
Ah.
That was a photocopy. And that same photocopy now they're using it as an example of the promotional material for that.
The ones with the feet one on top of another, little bit.
No, sir. Excuse me to say no.
Which one? Which one? Which
That's
feet?
the one with white carpets. You can see rings.
Everything was the puja.
Sparkling gold on your feet.
Oh, I see.
That's sparkling gold on your feet.
Really?
Yes,
That's the.
this is Dominique.
I remember Dominique entered a shop for a photocopy, and suddenly she saw your photo, and every people, what, it makes a great effect on you, this photo? Yes, of course, she didn't know that.
Where did you see that?
Not Miriam,
That's how Dominique.
Huh?
Yes, Dominique.
Where?
Yes.
Where did she see?
in Brussels.
In Brussels?
She entered
Really?
In the shop, yes, madam.
So these are doing in Brussels?
Yes, and I think everywhere.
All over the world.
All over the
Mother.
world.
All over the world for this company called
This French company.
the French company.
Rapido Color.
And that's sending from France all over.
I think so, yeah. Yes, madam.
You see, they give an example of
of their work. And your feet are the example.
It's a German company, it's not French.
Is it?
It's a German company.
What a joke, eh? because of my feet, it must have come out well. You see, so they are using good idea of advertising. We don't spend there, but we get the advantage. That's good. My feet going all over is the best thing. That's great, really.
There's one outstanding thing, Mother, about the Belgian and the Holland people. We're getting people now from the professional levels. It's really an interesting trend in Sahaja Yoga. We're not just getting the hippies and the counterculture people. It's a big change.
No, we had some, but I think they were all very nice. Those who came were nice people. It was so nice, really. It's such a blessing to be there. I was very, very happy because it worked out so well. Now you have to introduce, all right? Let's start one by one.
You do it.
So, this is Eric from Brussels. Just behind is Janine. She's from Holland, actually, but she's living in Brussels. And just 4 weeks after meeting you, she explained to new people, she explained everything about Sahaja Yoga and about you. It's such a nice way.
And she also translated it into French in a very good French.
Where were you all lost? I don't know. Suddenly I find all my children coming back to me. All right.
She's Jos from Villebourg, just near Brussels. Jos.
He's a yoga teacher. He's a yoga teacher. And he wants to slowly come around to Sahaja Yoga.
Yoga is to be used, but in a particular way. When the Kundalini rises, you have to know what chakras are catching and what you have to correct. Now, unless and until you know what's wrong with you, then you would not know what to correct. In the same way, you should know what's wrong with others. So, when you know, then you know what chakra is to be corrected, how to correct it, what mantras are to be used. All it's a big science. And that science has to be understood, because without the Kundalini, it's not connected science, it's just haphazard. Does he follow my language?
Yes. They'll get it later from the tape.
This is Herman from Antwerp.
Oh, I see. Antwerp I've been before also.
There are some people from all over Belgium, but it's really difficult to meet them. They are telephoning because of the book, Gregor's book. But
This Gregor's book?
Yes, of course.
You read his book and that's how you came?
Yes. Some people in Belgium, everywhere, but they can't come in Brussels. But
Oh, great.
to Patricia.
From different provinces, but it's quite far away, so you have to think about expanding.
Good. You wanted to expand. How is Natalie?
Very well, Mother. She's going to America. She's coming to India too.
Good. That's good. That's good. India too they should make, I think.
People
How many?
13.
Really?
Good.
Make it 14, 13 not a good number. Try to make it.
Yes.
Only from Belgium?
Yes, Mother.
Yeah.
Sri Mataji, I've told them that as a little exception, they could register a little late because...
Yes, they can. You see, now I'm going to be here for some time, they can. But you see, it's a chance, big chance. I don't know, next year I don't know what will be the situation. Because this will be very interesting and good, the way we have travelled and all that. That way, you can't make it anything better than that. The program is only for 3 weeks. You see, 3 weeks program, you cannot make it smaller than that, isn't it?
Here is Marie-Lee.
She's great, actually.
And mother, Danielle, and professor, Danielle also.
Oh, you have a great child. Hello, what's your name?
C'est quoi ton nom? Marie-Lise.
Marie-Lise. Marie-Lise is what?
Marie-Lee.
Mary.
Marie-Lise.
Lisa, like Lisa.
Marie-Lisa.
Sri Mataji, her father was in the Himalayas for some time, beating his head on the on the rocks.
Himalaya is here.
But now he's come to Sahaja
But they are seekers, you see.
Got quite badly damaged by the lamas, and he's just suffering a bit at the moment from it.
Terrible people these lamas are.
They're hoping to come to India, but they're trying hard.
Let's see. Take it easy, there's no hurry, but I think if you can manage will be a good idea. Because once settles down very well with Sergio, once you go to India. And, because it's a very different country where we move about. You won't find that with the lamas or anywhere.
And there is Nina. Actually, she's Jewish. Half Jewish.
Jewish?
Yes, Jewish.
She's very
You are
good.
from Brussels, but she's French? She's Française? Yes, she's French.
But I live in Brussels for the moment.
Yes. She's looking younger and younger, I tell you.
Yes, she's changed a lot.
Isn't
yes.
she? She's changed a
Yes,
lot.
mother,
All her
yes.
wrinkles gone. Looking
Yes, her
much
face
younger now.
has changed. And she
You've
has-
introduced all of them?
Oh, excuse me. This is Claudine, Daniel's mother. Yes, she's
She's going to the Canary Islands and she wants to know more about it.
You're going to Canary Islands? Great. Then take Sergio back there. Great Canary Islands. Good place. Now.
Nina would like to give you something.
The pictures of my two children.
Yes, you gave me. Why don't you give me? I would like to keep with me.
Yes, yes,
All right?
yes, I wrote their names behind
That's
the picture.
all right.
Thank you so much.
You may God bless.
Thank you very much.
I'll look after them.
I'll take it.
Are they seekers?
I think so.
Then come
I
round.
think so.
Then don't you worry.
They are musicians.
No. No.
This is René and Agnès.
What's the name?
René and Agnès behind.
René's
From Brussels.
René's a doctor in Brussels.
In what?
A doctor, osteopath.
Osteopath.
He trained in England
Really?
and he's now been very actively involved in Sahaja Yoga in Brussels.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. It's attacking from every side. Muscular problems, bone problems, so many problems there are of these negative forces, and which are beyond the reach of medical science. See, because if it is the Muladhara, they don't understand. They don't understand the innocence part. So many diseases come from Muladhara defects. So many. And they have no way out for it. But to take to something like that, it's difficult for them to get out of that knowledge. Because this is the knowledge of the knowledge. To get to the essence of it. See? And then the whole thing changes. It's very different. It works out. We need osteopaths. Really, everybody's Vishuddhi is so bad that only poor Warren has been correcting everybody's Vishuddhi. Now you can do it also.
You're going to have to help with this. That's what she said.
This is behind Marie-Louise and Jacques.
What's the
from
name?
Marie-Louise and
Marie?
Jacques from Brussels.
I can't understand your pronunciation.
Marie-Louise
Marie-Louise.
and Jacques.
Achha, they say her for her, is it? For Marie, they say Mahi.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ah. It's good because, you see, Marie Mary becomes Meha. Meha means the rain in Sanskrit. All right. There. So how are you? You're looking much younger too. How are you feeling?
Sorry. Excuse me.
Imagine, before going to any other Western countries, I went first to Belgium and to Holland in 65. You remember in Holland they celebrated the 100 years or something of the gardening or something they had in 65. Do you know that? They had a huge big exhibition. That's the thing I saw. Then I went to Hamburg, and in Hamburg there was 100 years of the Hamburg port. So they had a huge big, what you call them, a celebration with crackers and lot of these fireworks, all kinds of things, which was a tremendous idea. And we all were on a river, on a boat, and from there we could see these. I've never seen such fireworks. Things used to break into trees, into flowers, into fruits, everything. The fire, that made it such special ones. So that happened in Hamburg, and in Holland I was there for this great exhibition, miles together. They had fountains, and they had little lakes, and they had little brooks running around, and bridges, beautiful, and all tulips and everything, beautiful. All kinds of flowers. The best sight one could think of, the flowers and the garden. Now,
first of all, I'd like to give you the love and the devotion of Richard and Ellen and the other Sahaja yogis who couldn't come. And then I'd like to introduce here Marina van Voorschoten.
May God bless you.
This is Shaan from The Hague.
Chandra. She's a remarkable story, Mother. She was born of traditional Indian parents in Holland. She's, for every intents and purpose, a Dutch person.
Really?
And she's found the reality of Hinduism in Sahaja Yoga. It's very beautiful.
It's true, no doubt. You see, as every religion is gone into some sort of a pickling, it's only through Sahaja Yoga you will understand they were all true. All true, every one of them was true, correct, integrated, absolutely one with each other. But for that you have to become the spirit, otherwise you cannot understand. But there's only one thing very good about the Indian philosophy is that throughout they have talked of nothing else but spiritual emancipation and becoming one with the spirit. Nothing else. First is first. And also about deities they talk. But Buddha did not talk even that. He said, don't talk of deities, don't talk of God, don't talk of anyone, just talk of the spirit. It was so particular that people should put their attention only to their spirit to begin with, then will. Mahavira did the same, both of them. So, you see, Hindu philosophy is not sort of one something, but main idea of the whole Hindu philosophy is, whether Hindu, Buddhist or Jainis or any one of these which were in India, is that first thing is to get your self-realization. And all your life should be built in on that thing. For example, it is said your chitta should be controlled. You should not allow your attention to go and get involved into everything. So all these ideas, romantic ideas, this is wrong. Keep your attention to yourself. You cannot put your attention to anything where it is wasted. Chitta nirodha. And when that started, you see, then only people can see that when you keep your attention to yourself, then your attention rises higher instead of frittering away. So the essence of all the religions is the same. It's the self-realization. First and foremost thing. And without that, it is what we call without the life. We are dead bodies, nishprana. Without life, if you follow religion, it has no meaning. It's all without life. Nothing wrong with the religion as such. But it is without life. They have taken out the life now. Without life it becomes empty. Life is Sahaja. Yoga is the... May God bless you. So we have.
This is here Karina from The Hague.
Karima. We have one Karim there in Holland. You must locate him. Do you have the address of Karim? He's a young boy, realized soul, a great person, I must say. He used to come here and now his father is in Holland, who drinks a lot. He said, I asked him, how is your father? He's like all other Dutch. I said, what do you mean? They all drink a lot. I said, no. Everybody drinks, not only the Dutch. His mother is French and father is Dutch, and they were divorced, so he took away the boy. He comes here sometimes. He's a great soul, Karim. How is it you found this name Karima?
My name?
How did they give you this name Karima?
No, my name is Karin. Then it was Karina, and I became Muslim, and then it was Karima.
Oh, I see. It evolved into that.
I hope to be a Karima. I mean, in future.
Karima means Karim means the one who is the creator. Karima is the power of the creator. From there the word charisma, charismatic as in charisma comes from there.
This is Henno from Amsterdam.
What's the name?
Henno from Amsterdam.
Henno. Amsterdam. Good.
And this is Herman from The Hague.
Oh, I see.
Henno's looking to move into the ashram with the others.
Good. And there's someone there behind.
They already mentioned me, Mother.
Did they?
Yeah, yes.
What's your name?
Jack.
Jack?
Yeah, from Brussels.
Oh, I see. Jack is from Brussels. Yes, I know. I know Jack. I know. It's great, isn't it? So, you also explain to them that Indian tours are very spartan, you see, as far as the personal comforts are concerned. And mostly this time it is going to be outside. Outside in the open we'll have pandals and things like that. So it would be like a scouting camp. But I think you'll enjoy it because of the nature and the beauty and the rivers and everything will be nice, I hope so. But main thing is that in that country you ascend very fast, I've seen it, you see. It's like nourishes you, it nourishes your being. It's a fertile land for spiritual ascent. And many have gained a lot, so I think it will be a good idea. Take it easy, there's no hurry. I'm here till the end of this month, definitely. Maybe a little later I might go. So take it easy. Whatever is possible, as many as can come, I would like to accommodate this time. Right? Gradually you settle down into a group of such a kind that the same pattern as these people are, and then we can have a, a regular sort of thing as these people have, a trust and things like that, so that it can be settled into a proper way. Of course, I never see to the trust accounts, and I don't know what it is doing. But you have to make some people in charge and collect some money for your programs when I come there. You might need some money for your halls and things like that, for advertising. Whatever it is, you make a proper trust like that and try to make it up now. Then we'll legalize it also. But for the time being, you must have some people who are in charge and collect some money for programs. I don't need any money, anything. But of course you will need money, and because next year I'm definitely going to come there. And I'll be there for some time. I hope so. So you need some money for that. Last of all, I would like you all to thank Dr. Warren for going there on his own, working it out so well and helping all of them. Now, as Bhagwan is going to Geneva, he'll be looking after the whole of Europe. And he'll be running from one country to another country. Bhagwan, Dr. Bhagwan. And he will be doing all the needful. Gregor, of course, is there behind the scene, who has done all this. So he is going to guide Bhagwan and everyone there, and everything is going to be Just come here, I can't hear you. Just come here. Yes.
I wanted to know if you could come back, and I answered that I don't know. And how are you? He said, oh, I play tennis. And he said that I said, oh, mothers have said forget Saja Yoga. And he said, yes, but she has said I must work very hard. But I don't know if you mean he must continue to be too much in meditation, or if he, I don't know.
You should meditate. You should put left hand towards the photograph, right hand, like that, and it will work out.
Continue to meditate, but not so much puja every day.
No. That he should not do.
There's another problem. I've spoken to him.
He's spoken to
just the last couple of days.
So Warren, we'll discuss. But you people don't have anything to do with him. What about Richard? Richard also needs little help. You see, he collapses very fast. He's being hurt. I think he's damaged by these gurus. So he suddenly collapses. So you try to be nice to him and try to encourage him. But I think he cannot take leadership as such. I would say a person like you would be better as a leader there. Yes. Because you see, Richard is a very good person. If he loves truth and he's very much there, but he is damaged, you see. So he requires little help. So you all be kind to him, he'll be all right. Same with Robert, same thing has happened. But you people get hurt from him, so it's better to keep him out for the time being. All right? Yeah. Yes, but Patricia is there and Antonio can help her. All right? Good. I'm very happy you are there now. But she's there and try to help her in every way she wants. Because she's doing it well now. She's understanding everything very well. Anything else? You're looking so beautiful, all of you. And Jack, you are in Belgium, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, good. Yes, I have to go home now. I think we have done a very successful seminar, and give a hand to all these people who have come from Holland and Belgium. I wanted to give them the... Warren. There is some music tapes with them which you can see. I also make contacts with people here who are sending video tapes and other tapes to you and organize between yourself. So you have to do the video. And the photographs are there which you all can distribute because there are so many. So those who are going now first should get first, then gradually. So I'll take your leave now, that distribution can be done. For it, I think this present should bring along with it.
We'll get them all gathered up.
Now, I want to thank you all for inviting me to this seminar. And it was so beautiful. I hope you won't take anything ill when I told you about Vishnu Maya. That's the power. Remember, that's the power. You all have to have that power with you. So when you speak even a word, it acts like a light. And then like a rainbow. Both are the powers of Vishnu Maya. When rainbow appears, that means there won't be any lightning. And when there is lightning, there won't be any rainbow. So you are also the rainbow. That means you can create beautiful colors out of one white color. That's what you are capable of. So you have to show that magic. And also you have to show sometimes that lightning effect. But better take more, the lightning inside and the rainbow outside. Would be better. May God bless you all. May God bless English and others, all of you who desire to create Jerusalem in England is very important. Let the English also understand and be aware of this and work it out. Not only the English Sahajogis, but all the Englishmen. May God bless.